What is happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today reactions to the classics. We're going to be reacting to the first time ever to the great Ornette Coleman and checking out his song eventually. That's going to be battling another track here that he ended up teaming up with Pat Metheny, who we have a couple song battles with in the Song X. From 1985. So, man, those are going to be battling out. I'm looking forward to this, and I want to shout out our longtime friend and patron of the channel, Sean, who I believe was a patron who brought some of the previous Pat Metheny band song battles. But Ornette Coleman, Dad, you know, I'm still a novice when it comes to jazz. I know some of the big releases from you know, Miles Davis or John Coltrane, but this is a record, The Shape of Jazz to Come from Ornette Coleman, that I've heard about, but I've never actually given a listen to yet, and so I'm excited to hear a track off it today.
Yeah, and the album's from 1959. I'm sure you know more about jazz than I do. I just know what we listen to here, and I try to dabble in it a little bit, but I feel like jazz is a genre that you can't just dabble in a little bit, man. You got to dive in. And at some point in my life, I will definitely do that. So I did quite a bit of research on this because we don't know a lot about it. I want to try to get a better understanding. So one prominent feature of Ornette's signature sound was that he played a plastic Grafton saxophone, which some feel contributed to the harshness of his timbre. He coined the term harmolodic, a combination of harmony, movement, and melody, to describe his philosophy of improvisation, which heavily influenced melody rather than harmony. It was early in his career, in an attempt to further emphasize focus on melody over harmony, that he stopped including a piano as part of his ensembles, which is quite odd. He continued that tradition on this album, The Shape of Jazz, dispensing with harmonic accompaniment and focusing solely on improvised melodies and variations on themes and motifs. The album was a breakthrough and helped to establish the free jazz movement. Later, avant-garde jazz was often very different from this, but the work helped to lay the foundation upon which subsequent avant-garde and free jazz would be built, and somebody has got to lay that foundation.
Oh, definitely. And this was his third release, released on Atlantic back in '59, and it was his debut on Atlantic Records. The recording session for the album took place May 22nd, 1959 in Hollywood, California.
It always makes me, it's like always just on these jazz records, it's like one day you're like, what?
One day, and we're going to...
You guys are going to have to get this right.
Get out one of the more iconic albums that we're still talking about. Yeah, that's always interesting. And 2012, Library of Congress put this in the National Recording Registry, and it is also inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2015. So on this, man, we got Ornette on the alto sax. We have Don Cherry on the cornet. We have Charlie Hayden on bass, and then Billy Higgins on drums right here.
And this was the first album where those other three were with him, where they were all one foursome. So, all right. No lyrics, guys, so let's go.
Getting after it from
I was going to say, there's no build, man. I like it. We're just going.
Charlie Hayden getting after that bass in the background as well there, too. I don't know if I've ever heard a sax make that sound before.
I haven't. I was thinking the same thing, man.
right, Ornette Coleman eventually. Could you imagine just sitting back, relaxing in your recliner in 1959, Dad, and popping this on?
And being like, wow, man, this is unbelievable.
Especially compared to, just the way jazz was, in the 50s, right? Compared to this is breaking out.
Well, you mentioned during the reaction, you'd never heard a sax sound like that.
No, exactly. And, we noted at the start, Dad, like there wasn't really much build. It was like, we're getting right into this
we're just
song.
getting it, man, from the get-go. And there's only 6 songs on this album, so maybe they wanted to utilize every second of every song. And you mentioned in the background, Charlie Hayden's bass just going at it, man. This is just a great performance.
And the way that Ornette was able to, I'm not going to talk out of turn. I'm not some jazz aficionado or expert or anything, but the way he kind of, it seemed, explored like all that the saxophone had to offer, right? Going up and down in the registers. And the drums weren't too prominent either. I mean, the sax just obviously, Ornette carried the song, man.
He carried the song, as you said. The sax sounded different in different like it was a masterful performance. But he's very controversial. Then he's still very controversial. He passed 7 years ago. But he's for that reason. Like maybe pure jazz people don't like this. I mean, let us know in the comments if you consider yourself a pure jazz person.
Probably people want, where's the piano in this?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Ornette? You have a cornet and a bass and drums. That's it as your ensemble. So, man, I definitely need to check this album out. And, because the free and avant-garde jazz I know is mainly some of Coltrane's later work, who also was like kind of derided by certain jazz circles at the, you step out of that box, Dad. Like,
people don't want that, man.
Not saying everything's going to work that's, avant-garde, this or that, but you need those artists to explore and break barriers. And so that was cool. But,
except for Revolution 9. But, that's a whole nother genre and story.
But we're going to go now to Song X from the album of the same name by, of course, Pat Metheny and Ornette Coleman in 85, so 26 years later. Yep. This is another free jazz record produced at in only a 3-day recording session.
3 times the amount of time now. Metheny was a longtime admirer of Ornette, recording 2 of his compositions on 2 different albums. During the 3 weeks leading up to the recording, these 2 guys spent between 6 and 12 hours a day, every day, playing, hanging out, and talking, trying to come up with a vocabulary for this particular session that would be different. So, I think that's one of the interesting things in jazz music. Like, we got to be like a team. Mm-hmm. It's not like you do your thing, I do my thing. It's really about me, but I just plug myself into the song. Like you got, it's like one cohesive unit.
It's like basketball.
It is.
You got to have that chemistry with each other, or even if you have the best of the best players, but if you can't work together, right?
It's not going to work. So Coleman's saxophone tone, when combined with the saxophone preset on Metheny's guitar synthesizer, which he had modified, created an ensemble blend that was surprising to both of us. That's what Pat said. So you got Pat on the guitar synth. Sean said, not this Sean, but Sean, the patron, said, I'm not sure which he is playing here. Ornette, of course, on the alto sax. Charlie Hayden with the double bass.
Right,
is still here. Donardo Coleman with drums and percussion. Ooh. And Dak DeJohnette on drums. All right.
All right. We're getting after it with 2 percussion kits as well.
Yeah, we are, dude. But Ornette's still killing it.
just got Metheny's guitar, synth, or whatever in the background. right, song X, Pat Metheny, Ornette Coleman, and man, this one is this is one, Dad, where avant-garde free jazz, you know, whatever, like it. It's not like my turn, your turn. And this song was like, we're just throwing everything in.
We're throwing everything in. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Whereas, the last song is definitely focused on Ornette. This one, as you mentioned early on, having double percussionists on here, that is to the forefront. And then, halfway through, Pat gets a good minute, 15 seconds for him to breathe. Then Ornette comes back in. Then it's just freaking everybody is getting after it.
And it's almost, and I don't say this as a negative, but it's almost tiring to listen to.
It is.
In a sense, because it's just like your senses are just so.
I agree. I think that's a good way to put it.
Overwhelmed in a sense. It's a heavy type of sound. One of my favorite jazz records is Ascension from Coltrane, where I think there's 14 or 16, saxophonists who each have like a minute or two solo, and it's just relentless, man. And it's a very divisive record in Coltrane's catalog. Because of that, because man, it's I need to put this on next time I got chores or take a run or something, man. Because we're over, you can't see us. We were both tapping our feet like the entire time because it just has that rhythm and energy, and I think the double drums that really just added.
Yeah, it drives it.
Just a very full type of a rhythm section right there, of course, and Ornette was impressive, and it was interesting to hear the guitar synth, not really an instrument used too much in 2022. No. So to kind of hear how Pat blended that with Ornette was pretty neat. But with that said, it is time for our winner, Song X, or eventually, Ornette's gonna get the win either way.
Ornette's gonna get the win either way. I'm gonna go with eventually, Trey. Mm-hmm. I thought Song X was great as well. Yeah. I just enjoyed, that sort of tight sound. Yeah. Ornette at his peak, probably in 1959, maybe. I don't know, but I thought it was fantastic.
I'm gonna give the nod to eventually as well, though. Again, I thought Song X was interesting to hear, how that blended with a guitar synth, But I think you're right on the money right there. Ornette just was a man possessed on eventually, really exploring everything that the saxophone had to offer. But all that to say, man, let us know your winner down below. What are some of your other favorite Ornette Coleman type of tracks, and of course show some love to Sean, who requested this, and
Sean,
our first free jazz reaction. It only took 2,000 videos, but hey,
we got there.
We're here, man. And any other recommendations in the genre, feel free to talk about down below. But I guess that'll wrap it up from here today.
That's it, man.
So until next time, thanks for watching, happy listening, and we will see you.